We are now going to go ahead and work on the Ren channel exercise for the basic 8. There aren't going to be any show and tells today because we're going to talk a lot about this exercise, just the mechanics of it, and break it up piece by piece so that you feel nice and secure doing it on your own. And then next week when we go over the final exercise of the basic 8, then we might have a show and tell. So breaking this up, we're going to break it up, as I said, into tiny, tiny little increments. If you've done this exercise before, go ahead and feel free to just enjoy the exercise working on it on your own. But for those who haven't done it before, or if you want a little refresher, let's start out at the beginning. And the beginning for us is going to be a modified stance. So we're going to work on the legs. We're going to work on the lower half of the body first. Okay, since we'd like to start typically with the left side, we're actually going to take the left heel and pop it up off the ground. So we're starting with both feet together, and we're going to pop that left heel up off the ground. Okay, so I'm trying to mirror you. Feet are together, popping that left heel up, and then we're simply going to bring the hips back behind us and our torso forward as we bend the supporting leg, which is the right leg. So bending at the knee, the hips go back, the torso goes forward. And then we're coming up. So simple, right? That's all I want you to do at the very start is simply popping up that heel so that we're then balancing more and resting more of our weight on the right side of the body. Okay? We've got a little bit of balance fun stuff going on. And then our hips are going back as our shoulders fall forward and we bend that supporting knee. And then coming up. And then we're going to switch so that left heel comes down, the right heel comes up. And then once again, the hips are going back, the shoulders are tilting forward. We're bending that supporting knee. And then we're coming back up. Okay, so that's all we're going to do. First, the left side. Bending the supporting knee, pushing the hips back, coming back up. Switching. Hips go back, shoulders come forward. One more time on each side, just getting a feel for that balance. And we're going to give you lots of different ways to play with the balance later on. But for now, just kind of feel it out. Now, as always, if any of these exercises aggravate your joints or anything else, please don't do them. If you're having a little problem with your balance, you can always take a chair, especially for this part, and just kind of play around, okay? So the next thing I'd like you to do is popping up that left heel. We're going to take our right hand in a loose fist out to the side so it's not completely out at 90 degrees and it's not completely out straight in front of us. It's somewhere off to the side. I think Henry once said it was like grabbing onto a subway line, right? So we want it about out, not straight in front, not straight out to the side, but about 45 degrees or 30 degrees or 60 degrees. And from here, all we're going to do is when we bend forward and push our hips back, bending on the right knee, we're going to take that right hand and bring it to the breastbone. And then come up. Let's do that one more time. We're just simply bringing the palm of the fist to the breastbone and then coming back up. So let's switch. Now my right heel is up off the ground and my left hand is out to the side in a loose fist. Keep the fist loose as you bring it to the breastbone and then standing back up. You don't want it to be a noodle fist, but you do want it to be nice and relaxed. You don't want it gripped so hard that, say, you're shaking or you're tensing your muscles too much. Okay, so I did 2 on that side. Now we're going to go straight from one side to the next. Bending, straightening, switch, bend, and straight. One more time on each side. Okay. Switch. All right, so now I'm going to let go of this arm for a moment and focus on the other arm. So with the left heel up, I'm going to take my left hand, palm flat, and before we even bend, just for fun, we're going to slide that palm up the side of the body, up the side of the rib cage, and then extend out as if you're shaking the hands of the universe. And then we're going to bring it back. We're retracting it in that same direction, pulling the elbow back, and then letting the palm slide back down the body. Okay, so let's do that with the leg portion. So we're bending the knee, the leg slides up and then out, and then coming back up, putting it back down. Let's do that one more time. So sliding up, and then I kind of jumped then before. So we're sliding the arm up, and then we're extending as we bend at the knee, and then retracting, coming back down the side. Switching, so now the right heel is up, and it's the right palm that's sliding up, and then extending out to shake hands with the universe, and then retracting and coming back. One more time on this side, sliding up, extending, coming back to the start. Okay, now we bring them together. Left heel is up. Right hand, loose fist. Left hand, relaxed by your side. And then as that right fist comes in to the breastbone, we're extending that left hand to shake hands with the universe. And then as we retract, we come back to the start. Switching. And switching. Let's go ahead and add in the breath. We're inhaling and then exhaling. Inhaling and then exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. And that's the Rin channel exercise, modified. So we want to do it the classic way, looking at the time. We want to do it the classic way. We actually have the leg up off the ground. And it's so much fun to at least try. Before we actually try the real exercise, go ahead and place more weight on your right leg. Bring your left leg up off the ground and simply hold it out in front of you, right? Get a feel for that. And then let it swing back behind. Get a feel for that. Forward. And back. And then release. Placing more weight first on your left leg. Forward. And back. Forward. And back. Coming back down. We're going to do that one more time, and we're going to start thinking about balance a little bit. So Henry likes to talk about the leg that's out and free and doing fun stuff as like your cat's tail. So it can actually help you with your balance. It can help adjust and keep everything centered. So maybe start thinking, once again, I'm going to give lots of different ideas on balance, and you pick the one or ones that work best for you. If none of them resonate with you, you come up with your own balance formula. But if you think about the leg in the air as your cat's tail, it can help kind of mitigate, give you extra support the way that it's moving. Okay, so that's one way. I also like to think about being a cake topper, because cake is awesome. But those plastic cake toppers, they have that plastic spear that goes down from the foot into the cake, and then you have this wonderful little figure on the cake doing its fun thing. We're the same way. You take your energy, even if it's just like your mental outlook, and focus it going down through the supporting leg, then you can kind of do whatever you want at the top, because you've got a strong support deep down beneath you, holding you up. Another trick, obviously, maybe not obviously, if you've been in dance or gymnastics, you spot a point on, if we're inside on the wall, but a point that's not moving, and you use that as your focus, and that helps bring your body kind of into balance. The last one I'm going to talk about today is thinking about the lower dantian, so your center of gravity. Remember, when we're pushing the hips back, you're lowering your center of gravity. Think about that area, because that's going to be fairly stable. Okay, so those are some choices for you. All right, let's continue on. So for the left side, the right hand's coming up, the left knee is coming up, and then we're simply going to extend it back behind us as we reach out and shake hands with the universe. And then we're coming back, and then we're going to switch sides. We're inhaling, and then exhaling. I'm pausing a little bit. There isn't so much of a pause. Inhaling and exhaling. You may notice one side feels a little more stable than another side. I definitely have my more stable side. Now, if you have hip issues, especially, or knee issues, you may want to stay with the modified version. Both are very effective. The last thing I want to say about balance is the more relaxed you can stay. Once again, not wet noodle, but just simply relaxed. The easier this is going to go, because you're not going to be tensing up and disallowing the micro movements that allow for greater balance. So if I'm super stiff and trying it, it's actually a lot more difficult than if I'm a little more relaxed. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. And as I'm going, I'm not, now that I'm relaxing into the exercise, I'm not making firm contact with that hand, with that palm. It's more of just a gradual guide. And about one more time on each side. And that's our Ren channel exercise for the basic 8. So let's do a short closing, and then we'll see if there are any questions. So keeping the feet together, bringing the palms together. And then bringing the palms to the lower dantian, closing the eyes. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Allowing the mind to relax into the breath. Allowing the breath to relax the body. And allowing that chi to settle and store so that you may use it throughout the rest of your day. Thank you all so very, very much. We will be integrating that exercise into our Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday practices. Feel free to play with that exercise on your own, of course. Are there any questions? I feel like that exercise is kind of your treat for getting through the basic 8. Good question. When the leg goes back, the foot is relaxed. So it's not like if you're once again in something where this has been important, it's not pointed, it's not a hard point like you're in ballet, and it's not a full flex as if you're back kicking or stomp kicking someone. The foot is actually more relaxed. So it's at about, I don't know, slightly, this is dorsiflex. This is flex. I don't remember my dorsiflex versus flex, but it's relaxed. It's relaxed. So it stays relaxed throughout the movement. That's a good question. Any other questions? Let's see, I'm going to chat. Good morning, Henry. Hi. It's good to see everybody. We're going to be having our social Sunday tomorrow. So please feel free to come back and enjoy social Sunday and ask Henry questions and all of that good stuff. Thank you all so very, very much. It's great to see new people. It's great to see people that I haven't seen in a while. And I hope you all are doing well. Please stay safe and be good to yourselves, and see you soon. Bye.